Down dog. Maybe bending through the knees, doing whatever feels good to you. First one always feels really stiff to me. This is my first down dog of today. And just noticing how your body is responding. Maybe your heels are up off the ground. Maybe you're more in like a plank type pose with your shoulders forward because your shoulders aren't very open. Whatever it is, no judgment to your body. Breathe into the sensations. What exactly are you feeling in your body? Is it a stretch? Where are you feeling it? We're gonna come up to tiptoe, slight bend in the knees, and then I'm gonna straighten the legs and I'm gonna start walking with straight legs forward, only as far as I can. So maybe this is as far as you get, and then you can kind of come up onto fingertips and walk yourself back. Maybe you can walk all the way forward with straight legs. Just depends on your flexibility. Any way you get there, we're just gonna come into a forward fold. So just allowing your upper body to fold over the lower body, releasing through the spine, releasing the head, releasing the neck, breathing here. And if you're like me, you're looking at your yoga leggings right now and you're noticing things like cat hair and fuzz and begin to bend through the knees. We're gonna shift the weight into the forefoot by the toes and roll up through that spine. By bending the knees, we're trying to bring the hamstrings online and engage them to take any sort of pressure out of the low back. Inhale, circle sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Open up through the shoulders, broadening through the shoulders as you come down. Legs can be bent here, totally fine. It takes everything out of your low back with bent legs. We're gonna inhale to a flat back. Again, knees can still be bent. Exhale, planting the hands, stepping back into high plank or low plank or all fours. We're gonna lower all the way down to the mat, onto our bellies. Roll those shoulders back, take the shoulder blades down the back, and then inhale to take the head up towards where the wall meets the ceiling. So like a 45-degree angle. We're not trying to crane our back into a huge back bend. Nice and light with the hands, as though you could pick them up in cobra. And then exhale to release. That was a bit of a longer hold. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna inhale, coming up, taking the crown of the head towards where the wall meets the ceiling. Maybe setting your gaze 2 feet ahead of you. Not looking directly at the wall, still looking at the floor. Exhale down. On the inhale, I'm gonna engage through my entire core, trying to lift my belly button up off the mat as I push to all fours. Then tucking the toes, maybe walking the hands forward, stepping into down dog. Maybe this one feels a little bit better than the other one. We're starting to open up through the back chain of the body, through the back of the legs, the hamstrings, the calves. Starting to open up through the shoulders. Maybe you can take your armpits towards the floor a little bit more. We're gonna come up to tiptoe, slight bend in the knees. This time we're gonna step the right foot forward. Wherever it gets for you. Left foot forward, inhale to a flat back. Reminder that legs, knees can be bent here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale. We're gonna step the big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Bend into the knees deeply. Inhaling up, chair pose. In chair pose, we're trying to tuck the tail just a little bit so we have a nice neutral curve in our low back, reaching up through the crown of the head and the arms, and then sinking those hips back. A lot of weight in the heels, almost so light that you can pick up your toes. Check to make sure that you can see your toes so your knees aren't super far ahead of them, placing most of the weight into your heels. And then exhale as you fold, maybe starting to straighten the legs just a little bit, maybe not. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, planting the hands. Stepping back into high plank. Keeping the elbows in as you lower all the way down. Rolling the shoulders back. Inhale, cobra. Exhale through all fours. And then down dog. Breathing here. For a lot of people, us in yoga, we like to say this is a resting pose. It's not really a resting pose, especially if you don't do yoga a ton. This can feel pretty awful. Know that you can always take child's pose, which is just knees down, body curled over them. Or you can come into all fours, or you can do whatever you want. It's your yoga practice. All right, everybody together. Up to tiptoe. Slight bend in the knees. We're gonna step the left foot forward this time. We're gonna take the right knee down. Inhale, low lunge. And as we're in low lunge, we're gonna play with it a little bit. So we're gonna sink the hips down, noticing how that stretches through the front line of the body. And then we're gonna take the hips back up, and I want you to play with the position of your pelvis. So start to tuck your pelvis. So if I had a tail, it's scooping down underneath me, and then take the pelvis away. So if I had a tail, I'm taking it up behind me. And notice how that changes the stretch on the front side of that right leg. And then I want you to find a place where you're scooping that tail down and under, and you're feeling that nice stretch in the right leg. Breathe here. Keeping that same tilt of the pelvis, maybe start to lower into that front knee. You're not gonna go far. Breathing into it. You can place your hands on that front knee for stability if you need. And then we're gonna take the right arm up. And then if it feels good, we're gonna bend over towards the left. Just increasing the stretch all along the front of that right side. We're gonna take the hands down, step the left foot back to meet the right, and take the right foot forward. Low lunge, opposite side, same thing. Take the hips forward, take them back. Don't worry about the pelvis just yet. Take them forward, take them back. Now this time, we're gonna tuck. So my pelvis is going to tuck forward, and you should feel an instant sensation change on the front of that left leg. While I'm continuing to tuck forward, I'm going to start to lean in to this front foot. Weight in the heel of the front foot, only going so far as I feel a really good stretch. Maybe taking that left arm up, and then leaning over towards the right. Only going so far as you feel sensation in your body, not pain. Your body is your teacher. I just give you suggestions. Breathing here. Again, noticing when I take you to these places of stillness or potentially places of discomfort in your body, where your mind goes. Inhale up. You can push back with the hips if you want, and then set both hands down, both knees back. We're gonna inhale and take the right arm forward and the left leg back. And then exhale to tap. Inhale forward. We're doing 3 of these, so 1 more. Exhale, tap. Inhale forward. This is starting to bring the stabilizers and core online to try to stabilize your body from wobbling back and forth. Left foot, left hand forward, right foot back, and tap for 3. Taking it forward. Noticing if you're wobbling for 2. Trying to stabilize. Bring all those muscles online. Last one. And down. We're gonna take a look at our knees. We're gonna tuck our toes, and we're just gonna lift our knees an inch off of our mat. We're gonna try to keep them level on that plane, and then we're gonna walk back and forth on our mat. So, on an inhale, lifting the knees, engaging through the core, just an inch, and then we're gonna walk forward. Try to see if you can keep your pelvis stable. Once you hit the top of your mat, start to move back towards the back of your mat. Little tiny movements, maybe no more than an inch with each step. Knees try to stay static and stable. Once I hit the back, I go forward. This time when I touch the top of my mat, I can relax, but I want you to do double the amount of steps that you think it's gonna take. We tend to rush when things get hard, and then we're not actually using those stabilization muscles and that core to get us there. Relax. Child's pose.